Hello and welcome back to another episode of TGS, the Gyan Show. If you have been listening to our podcast, then you may know that in our last few episodes, we have been mentioning about business ideas and business models. We have even discussed that if you have a great idea or a well planned business model, then how you can raise funds for that idea, how you can kill the competition in that industry, and how you can hire great talent which would help your business grow exponentially. What if you just have an idea about a product or service, but you don't know how to build a business around it? Well, for that, you need a business model. You need to make a business model. This model will be the guideline for your business. This model will actually explain how your company works, right from your product to how you would sell it to the end customers. So, a business model is very essential part for any idea to grow into a business. It acts like a catalyst in the process. So, how you can make a reliable business model? Why is this model so needful? So, first of all, you need to know that business model is needed for you and your company and even your investors to know how does your company work and what does it stand for. What problem do you address and are trying to solve? This model will give you a clear idea to accelerate your company's growth, as all people in your company are aware about what you do and how you do it. And that's what we are going to discuss today. But before getting into this topic, let me inform you that we have made a document on this business model where we have added questions you need to answer by observing your business if you already have one, or by simply getting more into detail about your business idea and taking some aspects into consideration. But we will talk about this in detail after the podcast. How to plan your business model. I'm your host, Dhaval.
And I'm Mayur.
So, without wasting any more time, let's get right into it.
So, the first and the most important thing to consider here is your product or services. Without it, you can't start any business. Ask yourself if you are selling a product or any kind of a service. If you are selling a product, then you need to define if that product is a digital product or a physical product. Like, for example, any FMCG product or any electronic product like smartphones, refrigerators, and etc. They are considered as the physical products, and digital ones could be your ebooks, courses, and some kind of software applications like Tally and all that stuff because they are electronically transferred. And if it is a service, then mention what type of a service it is, like ride hailing services, hospitality services, or consulting services, and then accordingly plan the model. And then, before starting to get into this model, first define your process of doing your businesses, that is B2B or B2C, because then the distribution, your partnerships, your vendors and suppliers, your strategy, your pricing, costing, your positioning in the market, and many other aspects will differ. For example, Amazon and Alibaba, both of them are in e-commerce business and provide number of products on their platform, but difference is Amazon is B2C and Alibaba is B2B. That's why both of their models are different. You also have to consider and build a revenue model, that how will you generate income. Facebook doesn't charge money from its users to use its platform, but generate profits by charges to market or advertise one's product on their platform. Like apparel companies like simply sell their products to generate revenue. Kodak Kodak camera sells camera at a low price points and generate recurring revenue from its Kodak film paper, color negatives, and film rolls. And Gillette sells razor at a nominal cost and generate recurring revenue from its razor blade and shaving cream.
And then you'll need to understand consumer behavior and also define who's your target audience, the specific audience that you are targeting. What is their buying behavior and how do they respond to a product? You need to research where they live, what is their consuming power, and how well do they respond or how are they satisfied with any product. YouTube differentiated their business by introducing YouTube Kids, which is just for 3 to 13 years. And then for the ones above the limit, it's YouTube. If it's an apparel brand, you need to know who is your potential buyer. Like it could be men's, women's, and kids. And then you can also differentiate in those categories, like if they are for newborn babies or for teenagers, boys or girls, or for youth or for old age people. And nowadays also companies are coming up with plus sizes which are specifically for fat people. You also need to know your potential suppliers. If you want to start a chain of retail stores to sell cameras, furnitures, home appliances, and many other electronic devices or any device or anything in your city or state, you need to know which are the companies who have the best product. If they become your suppliers, you'll get a competitive advantage over others in the market. So now comes your marketing plan. Your marketing must be to help promote your product and services and promote your brand. You need to plan where will you market your products, like on your own website, by running campaigns, hoardings, advertising on TV, by social media marketing, digital marketing, or sponsoring some events.
You also need to consider customer service in your business plan. If your customers are having problem using your product, then what are the ways which they can get help? Where can they contact you for their queries, like through your email address, your customer care, your service center, or directly to the retail stores where you are present? If they have any problems with your product, how can they reach you? How will you help them with their problems relating your products? Some businesses just focus on the sales department but never on an after sales or customer service departments. Define your distribution channels. Where will you distribute your products? On your website or through your retail stores or online on various platforms like Amazon, Alibaba, Flipkart, and etc. If you have an apparel brand, then you can sell it on Myntra, Jabong, Aeon, etc. If your model is B2B, then you can approach distributors near your area or around and across the country to sell your product, or through white labeling to other big and small retailers and brands. So now your model includes your product, marketing plan, distribution channel, revenue model, potential clients and suppliers, customer service. So now you know everything that you need to convert your idea into business. Now you can do a SWOT analysis of this business model and work on strength and try to master your weaknesses. Refer to this model and build your own and start your own business. Turn your idea into a successful one.
As we mentioned before, that we have made a document that you need to fill. All you have to do is mail us business model at thegyanshow@gmail.com, which is thegyanshow@gmail.com, and we'll send you the document. After filling up the framework, you can get to know what you need to do to set your own business and start on it. Until next time, keep listening, keep hustling. From TGS, The
The
Gyan
Gyan
Show.
Show. We'll
We'll
see
see
you
you later.
later.